Welcome to the NBA Desktop! Yay! And now, with Spice, the directors of Uncut Gems, Ben and Josh Safdie, the Safdie brothers. Gentlemen, so KG obviously absolutely tortured Knicks fans and the Knicks team in his time as a Celtic. I hated Paul Pierce more. That's something different.
Oh yeah,
but
he's
like,
the
what
worst.
was it like?
But I love him.
Working with this guy who it's like had tortured you.
So originally the movie was Amar'e. We went down the road. It was 10 years we spent working on this thing. Then we rewrote it briefly to maybe do a Kobe thing, but the game has to center around Northeast games. They have to come into the city. And then our agents were like, "Oh, Kobe wants to act." And then after like a week and a half of like slaving over the script, like actually he wants to direct. Never mind. So I was like, "Oh, I just rewrote the whole movie." You know, to try to fit Kobe's persona. Then it went back to Amar'e briefly, and then we said, let's make it contemporary. It was Joel Embiid for a very long time.
That'd been crazy.
Joel made sense for the themes of the movie. It's about this Ethiopian opal that gets smuggled into the city, and this African player was going to basically reclaim it, and it was going to empower him. And then the schedule pushed into the season. We couldn't use an active player anymore. Actually, Joel's manager plays Kevin's manager in the movie, Jenny Sachs, who's awesome. But when we had to look at recently retired players, Amar'e wouldn't shave his head to match the 2010, 2012 games we wanted to do, because we needed to find a string of games where one great game, one bad game, one great game. And then KG was on the list. But instinctually, as a Knicks fan, I saw his name and I was like, I fucking hate Kevin Garnett. We're not making a movie with Kevin Garnett. But that was a blind side. That's where like the Knicks fandom of me eclipsed my intelligence with filmmaking, where I actually couldn't see that actually the fact that I hated him was a reason why he's perfect for the movie. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
He knows how to perform himself. So
He's
the first thing I said to him was, I hate your guts. That's the first thing I said to him. And the second thing Benny said to him was, did Amar'e have time on the clock? So like, and he knew what kind of like deranged people. I think Knicks fandom, I think, is tied to Judaism also, in the sense that the Old Testament is about suffering, and you have to learn through your pain and through your suffering, and that's why I think there's also.
I've been to many Knicks-themed bar mitzvahs in my life.
Oh man, we are the New York Knicks. Wob, play the song.
The thing,
Right?
the thing that's incredible
Hit
is
the
when you actually finally like get past the heel version of Garnett, you realize, oh, he's just an incredible kind of student of the game and understands everybody and everybody's personalities and how to work it and how to play everybody against each other. Like, oh, so you kind of saw behind the curtain and saw who he was, and it was just amazing.
It was
to
tough,
kind of
though.
like,
It was tough to be, you know. I ended up really developing a nice friendship with Kevin. And
yeah,
like,
and you also have to just like retool your brain to root for him.
He's one of the greatest
you know, so.
storytellers I've ever met, and that includes. And Scorsese is a producer on movies, so I've had the chance to meet Scorsese. He's one of the greatest storytellers I've ever met, Kevin Garnett. Incredible.
He sets things up.
One day,
he'll tell you, he'll be like, all right, so then this person was up here, and then I had Isaiah back here, Jordan over in the corner. You're like, oh my God, you're in three dimensions.
Stories
you know?
of being a teenager in Chicago, getting invited to a pickup game with Jordan, Pippen. Stedman was there. He was dunking on Oprah's husband, dunking on him.
Stedman.
Him and his friends, they were trying to jump Scottie Pippen or something because like there was a fight broke out. It was amazing. And Isaiah was laying on the side.
It was just the most.
I'm ruining the story. Kevin tells it in an incredible way.
Well, it's just he sets it up like he literally shows you all of the players, where they are, where they were sitting, everything. But this is how he tells every story. So it's almost like a three-dimensional experience when you're hearing him talk about everything.
He's incredible. So look at his Craig Sager interviews. You could tell he's a great performer. But we do have the line in Gems. Sandler says a line like, "If the 12-year-old version of me could see me right now, he'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?" That's kind of, we put that in there because we had to. It was kind of like we had to just like say what it was. Like, we're Knicks fans. I hate the Celtics. I hate the Celtics.
Let's go across the street and vandalize Paul Pierce's hookah bar. It's literally
Is it really?
It's literally right across the street.
Oh my God.
Melo's back in the league. Where do you put Melo in the history of great Knicks?
Ooh, good question. You know, he has the Bobcat 62-point game, which kind of canonizes him.
It was incredible. It was amazing. And also there was the Chicago Thriller.
The Chicago Thriller
was.
Yeah, but you know, it was tied to like him poisoning the Linsanity thing.
I know, but it's hard because it's like
we had Linsanity.
I know.
Yeah, it's tough because like, you know, Melo was the last big star to come to New York, but Amar'e did it first.
Yeah.
I loved that Amar'e D'Antoni team.
It was amazing.
When we met Kevin Garnett's in our movie, and when we met him, and Doc Rivers lends his voice to a scene, and when we met both of them, the first thing we said is, should Amar'e have had more time on the clock?
If we said, Garnett's like, oh no.
It's at the end of an 8-game winning streak. Amar'e was number 1 or 2 of the MVP polls at the time. Early, it was October.
He was having that crazy streak of games.
30 points. All 30
all 30
games.
exactly.
Insane.
He hits. There should have been .8 on the clock. He drains a near half-court three, swish,
Perfect.
nothing but the
Perfect.
net. And I believe would have inspired, I'm not going to say a championship run, because that's unrealistic. Amar'e there was a clock on the knees, we know that.
Yeah.
But I do think there would be no Melo trade. I think we would have I think we would have shot out maybe 12 wins, because that would have put us at 9 wins, then maybe 10.
It was
the next thing you
also
know,
this-
it's like we're the talk of the league.
And it's also that moment,
And
that
D'Antoni-
win would have come and it would have kind of transported us past the trade deadline. Melo trade doesn't happen. D'Antoni's still with the Knicks, and we're a great team.
Let's think about that alternate timeline, as I often do every night before I go to bed. Mozgov pulling down 2020.
The 2020 and
The
the-
2020.
That was the Pistons game,
The,
right?
the Garden.
Yes.
Mozgov.
Yeah.
Mozgov.
we were there. We were
were
one
there.
of the
It was
people screaming
amazing.
Mozgov. Yeah.
What do you think the ceiling of that team is? Lynn allowed to like blossom in
Yeah.
that framework? Like,
Well,
what-
Lynn wasn't on that team yet.
we get him. What if we get him on that
Yeah.
team with like
Okay, yeah.
D'Antoni and like Felton?
No Melo?
Good
Felton
no
was the
Melo?
best.
No
Felton
Melo?
was a bulldog. I love him.
Landry Fields, which
Landry
is
Fields.
Think about
5-tool Landry
Yes.
Fields.
Wait a second. Let's talk about D'Antoni. Let's talk about
D'Antoni's
D'Antoni
a-
for a
he's a
second.
magician.
D'Antoni should be both a coach and an agent because he deserves 10% of half the players who get those maxed out contracts in his system. I am a D'Antoni fan.
Listen,
I love
He's
him.
the Don Nelson.
D'Antoni's a good New York. Everybody's like, oh, he's not a New York coach. He's
Pringles.
not like
Pringles.
he's not a. He doesn't have the
Pringles,
defense, but that speed is a New York speed.
It
that he
was
runs
it
at.
was so fun to watch for that
was
short
amazing.
amount of time.
Yeah.
What you're saying? What's the ceiling of that team?
Yeah.
Oh, I think an ECF
Well, we had no-
appearance.
They would have put like a real D'Antoni roster.
Yeah.
Donnie Walsh,
And his
wheelchair
hands.
Donnie, man.
Right.
What?
That's what they call him on every
Wheelchair
on Knicks
Donnie put
Twitter, that's
together a
what it is.
great team. I like Donnie. Donnie Walsh was, I think, the perfect match for Dolan because he was just kind of a mastermind.
He's an old school
And
kinda,
him being
yeah.
like hurt at the time, being
Yeah.
in the wheelchair, added this mystique kind of
It
to
did,
it.
it did.
You know what I mean?
It was like his Emperor Palpatine
Yes.
kind of mystique. The jowls hanging
Exactly. And then that Pacer team that ended up embarrassing
Was
us,
it?
that
Was
Hibbert
it?
block. I mean, the Larry Bird, Donnie Walsh creation, the PG. Imagine, by the way, if Kawhi was on that team.
Oh my God.
I'm wondering, Dolan's not going anywhere. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to kind of cycle into that Donnie Walsh, D'Antoni era where we're gonna be this exciting team that honestly, I would love, I mean, Doncic is never going anywhere, but I really think he's gonna win 4 MVPs. I think that he's
he's
the most,
incredible.
He's unbelievable.
and also the
Unreal.
style of
Yeah.
play, he's not gonna injure himself.
Yeah,
he's strong, he plays like in slow motion,
Yeah.
he's so smart,
Extremely graceful.
and he's 20
It
years
makes me
old.
sick. I can't
No, it's
believe
not. It's also just not fair. It's like you hate when a team
I've been to Slovenia. I've
finds
been to
those people.
Ljubljana. I've been there. We had a film that won a film festival in Ljubljana. I went there. He's from Slovenia, Ljubljana, and he's like the Slovenian LeBron, but like
It's
also meets like
legitimately
Jason
like
Kidd.
LeBron.
Yeah,
Yes. Here's
Yeah.
my take. Ready? There has to be a full-on propaganda machine that is aimed directly at the Greek freak, and it's
ooh.
through the lens of
wow.
cuisine. It's through the lens of cuisine. What kind of feta do they have in Milwaukee?
In Cream City?
My friend saw him in the East Village, leaving an incredible Greek village, and he says, "How is the souvlaki in there?" And he's like, "Yeah, how is it in Milwaukee?" and Giannis was just kind of like that hit him. So we have to perpetuate
to the
that.
heart, right
we
to the
have
stomach.
to. My old idea was let's start a spin machine and JD and the Straight Shots, Dolan's band. Let's
Just
amp
keep him on
them up.
tour.
Do you know who Florence Foster Jenkins was? She was like this super
Yeah.
rich woman. Yeah, who
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Meryl Streep played
Yeah,
her. We got to do that to him. Get him on a world tour.
I love it.
With the JD and the Straight Shots. Said he gets sidetracked. The next thing you know, he comes back. There's someone else is running the team. The Greek freak is here and he's eating Greek food in the locker room. I'm telling you, if we can figure out a way to do that, I could see a path to. I don't want a championship. I'm content with what we did in the '90s. Just get me to the finals once.
Just be relevant.
Yeah.
Can we
Yes,
just be relevant?
That's the thing is, like,
I mean, they're relevant every day.
But you
in my
make
house.
the thing is we'll make anything feel like a championship. Like when we beat the
We
Mavs.
won the championship the other day.
When we beat the Mavs, I was like, oh my god.
We beat the Mavs.
Yeah, it's
That
you
was,
really.
That was a June game.
Yes.
for me.
Yes, absolutely. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you for
Cool,
having me.
yeah.